Hi guys, welcome back. I said I'm changing the name, so it's no longer going to be my tube. It's another cooking video, and in today's cooking, we're making something breakfasty. We're making pancakes. So I'm going to show you how I make my pancakes, not how you make your pancakes. Follow along. So I have the ingredients right over here. I'm just going to turn the camera, show you the ingredients, and then show you me mixing the ingredients, and then we start on the cooking. Yeah, so let me just show you the ingredients and we start cooking, because again people are hungry. And here, this is the sugar, this is the salt, and here is where we're going to be mixing all the other ingredients from. So guys, what I usually do, I mix my egg. I have my egg over here. I use only one egg. I mix my egg, my salt, and my vanilla essence. So let me just mix that and then I show you. So I also have my baking powder and my vanilla essence. So I'm going to start by mixing these three in this bowl over here. I'm just going to move this big bowl. So we'll start by cracking the egg, and then after that we put the salt in. I'll put measurements on the screen, and then whisk these two together. And then after that, we're gonna go in with the essence. So with this, guys, this one is very concentrated. I'm gonna go with that much, like half a teaspoon. Yeah. So why the reason I usually mix my vanilla essence in the egg is to help with the smell. I find when I do this, the smell kind of goes down. Okay, from here, I'm going to mix my flour with the baking powder. Let me just get my flour. So I have my flour over here, but I'm going to double. I'm gonna put two cups of flour. The recipe calls for 1, but I've seen it serves like only 7, and I am not ready for only 7 pancakes. So I'll have to double the recipe. Just remember, I had already like doubled the salt and the sugar. So yeah, and then I'll put in my baking powder. I think that's enough. You see, I don't know if the camera can pick up the difference, but I'll add just a little bit. Yeah. And then I'll put in my sugar in here and then mix it all in. But I'm going to add the sugar. I had forgotten to double the sugar. So, let me just get more sugar and then I'll be back. So I've added in the sugar, like more sugar. I'm just gonna mix this for a little bit to make sure all of them are like combined. Again, the reason I put the salt in the egg, it helps reduce the smell of egg. Like after you've cooked, it helps with that part. It just reduces the smell. Yeah. So now that this is mixed in together, I'm going to switch. I'm going to add my milk. I'm using milk, and if it's not enough, I'll use what? I'm using milk, and if it's not enough, I'll use a bit of water. So so guys, I'm just gonna mix this. So I'm going to add a little bit of water because it's thick. Yeah, just a little bit, like maybe half a cup. I'm adding water because in the ingredients it calls for 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of flour, but I used 2 cups of flour, so I'm gonna have to add on the liquids, and I'm going to put a little bit, just a little bit of cooking oil in here. Yeah. So this is a lot better, the mixture and the consistency. Yeah, I don't like it too runny, I don't like it too thick, so this is a lot better. I used to use a blender to mix this part, but I prefer using my hand now. Yeah, so okay, this is the consistency I usually like to go for. If you follow the recipe to the letter, it will be a little bit runnier than this, because remember they called for 1-to-1 ratio, 1 flour, 1 milk, 1. Okay, it's just a 1-to-1 ratio. So I used 2 cups of flour, 1.5 cups of liquid. So yeah, I'm going to add in my oil and then switch out again. So yeah, now that it's all incorporated, I let it rest for a little bit, maybe like 5 minutes, and then I'll be back when it's time to start cooking. You want to make sure your butter rests so that it's just better. Okay, so now that this is done, I'm going to leave it over here, clear up my dishes, and then get back when it's time to make the pancake. And then from there I will do it. So yeah, that just like that, 1 serving spoon full, and then I've put just a little bit of oil because it's the first pancake. I don't want it to stick, but after this one I'm not going to use any oil. So when this side is, when it's like that, then that's when I flip. So yeah, so that's basically it. I'll give you like a time lapse of the rest. There's nothing really much to it. So guys, these are the amounts of pancakes I've made. Yes, my hands are clean. And there's one more over here. I told you I don't usually put oil, so as you can see my pan is oil free. And here is when I flip. Yeah. So I'll set you up and then we do the last two pancakes with you. But it's basically the same thing. So watching this, I just realized that I did not actually taste the pancakes like I said. But from the ones who did, they said they were good. They loved it. I didn't taste because I wasn't really in the mood of eating. But yeah, feel free to try it. Feel free to try it. Just leave a comment on how they tasted to you. Yeah. So the pancakes are done. That's how they've come out. That's how they look. So I'll taste it just a little bit later and give you a review. But I trust my pancakes. So if you want to try this, please do.